Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
You watch as your behorned friend with his long, flowing, gorgeous golden locks vanishes into the portal. You attempt to reach out your hand, but it isn't quite enough. Something keeps you firmly rooted to this place, just the same as it rips him away. Maybe something in his demonic essence? Whatever. He vanishes from sight, and the portal slowly slurps closed. Immediately before your eyes, you feel the castle stabilize, and suddenly everything grows quiet.
I can't see the magic. I gotta find the magic. I gotta pry it open.
Gregor stabs his glaive into the ground repeatedly. It clinks off the stonework with a sad thud.
Harlock, where should I stab?
Gregor, I just don't think anything can be done.
No, I can stab magic. I've done it before. I just gotta cut up reality.
Unfortunately, I don't know that you're going to be able to cut your way out of this one.
Gregor, there is no magic here. The tear is closed. I'm sorry.
That was totally magic that just happened.
Yes, there is a key word, though. Was. No longer here.
Okay. Can one of you bring magic back?
Yeah, like all you gotta do is open up another one, right? Like somebody gets trapped in a hole, you just dig another hole, right?
Yeah, Harlock, you've done it multiple times.
Harlock, who is now missing an arm, is doing the anime thing where you're turned away and not looking at anybody.
You're looking down and your eyes are cast in shadow.
We cannot do that. While it is plausible that we could make another tear, with everything that we have done to get to this point to close it, the things that we have all sacrificed, he leans in very close, what I sacrificed. This is necessary. I know it is a price you did not want to pay. I know the feeling all too well. But for the safety of everyone else, it was necessary.
I didn't pay the price. Marcus did.
And he chose that willingly, and you have to respect that decision.
I did warn him of the consequences. It's what I had discussed with him on the wall.
You should have told us. We could have found another way to do this.
My original...
You guys are smart. You could have figured something out. If we had known, we could still figure something out. What's in there?
Well, I've been over there briefly, and I will say that it's not impossible for him to come out on the other side. To be honest, Marcus is much more magically gifted than I ever could be, and I made it out, so there's hope in that regard. Unfortunately, the hole on this side has already been closed, so if he is to get out, he'd have to get out somewhere else.
You're scratching the side of his head. So we find another one? Like we find another hole.
Yeah, there's more tears, right?
There's plenty of tears. My only concern is that one doesn't necessarily last very long on that side. Even by now, he would have had to have gotten out.
The other concern to keep in mind is what tear he even finds. It could be anywhere.
Ashen Knight looks down at Gregor again.
I am very sorry. I know how important he was to you.
Gregor stabs his glaive into the ground one last time and just leans against it. This isn't right. He shouldn't have had to do that.
If things had gone correctly the first time, for me, none of you would have had to do any of this. So, I feel as though I am at fault.
We're all at fault. I couldn't do anything to stop him. I didn't even know what was going on. Let's get out of here.
Yes, I will say, as much as it does hurt, unfortunately, dwelling on it isn't going to change the past, and according to my calculations, I'm not quite sure how much longer this castle can stand.
With no king, and I do not plan to sit on that throne again, it will begin to diminish rather rapidly. Before we go, though, Ashenite goes back into the other room, pretty quickly.
Yeah, you start to travel. You start to look into the other room, which is this it's a gateway that you can actually fit through. Which, for the rest of you, most of these doors are a little too small for the Ashen Knight, but this one seems to be actually well made for him. He vanishes inside. Kier kind of motions with his head. I think we should probably go with.
Gregor staring at where Marcus was, and finally sighs and follows.
Harlock just kind of looks at Gregor and reaches out the one arm that she does have left, and doesn't know what to say, so she just goes behind him.
You all pile into what can only be qualified as it's like a little bit of a closet, but like one of the nicer ones that you've seen in your time adventuring.
Ashen Knight makes his way over, still getting used to like walking normally because he's been kind of crouch crawling for literal centuries. And he comes up to this large sarcophagus, and he puts his swords away and starts kind of going through the ashes with his hand.
Come on, where is it? There you are.
And he's trying to grab something, but it's just not working.
You're going to take this from me too.
And he just he actually just sits down and just stares at the ashes.
Kier crawls on over. What's going on there, buddy?
Is he just sitting on the casket?
He's like peeking in, which is like it's blown open.
This is where my body was. And
he looks at his hands.
I can't get the ring. My fingers are too big.
Why didn't you just say so? We have plenty of small fingers here.
It is embarrassing.
Harlock walks up.
Although I'm not sure that it'll fit you anymore.
No, but just having anything of him would be nice. It's all I have now.
You want to grab the ring? I can make like a chain for it or something. You know, like it doesn't just have to be a ring. It could be like a belt, which for you would be the size of a ring.
Or we could make it the jewel of an even bigger ring.
Oh, I like the way you think. Yeah, absolutely.
Ashen Knight just kind of tilts his head.
I think a chain as either a bracelet or a necklace would suffice.
Yeah, none of us are certified jewelers. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, understandable. Kier kind of sags. You pick the ring out of the ashes. What does it look like?
It's a pretty simple ring. It's not that detailed or extravagant, really, which is probably what his husband knew Hector would want. It's just a simple gold ring. Nothing too wild or fancy about it.
Huh. Cool, yeah, I can, hold on. Kier reaches, digs around through his pack and pulls out what looks like probably some equivalent, almost the chain you'd see on a bicycle, and he runs it through. We'll get you something nicer, later, but for now, this way you can keep track of it, you know?
Ashton Knight, he's reaching for it and pulls his hand back a little bit, almost nervous, and then fully reaches out for it.
Oh. Well, at least you get one memento of this place. Is there any money in the walls or something? Is there anything else you want to take?
Ashton Knight just holds it really close to his chest. I got everything I needed.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
We should go and collect anybody who's still in the castle before it starts. What's going to happen to it?
It will begin collapsing, and,
Ashton Knight is actually a little sheepish as he stands up. Thank you.
Feel like it's the least we can do.
Yeah.
You've been a lot of help for us.
The same goes to you. Despite,
he narrows his eyes.
despite such a reckless action,
He looks at Harlock.
but necessary.
On that note, the silence in this tomb becomes palpable, and the clink clank of the Ashen Knight's steps slowly resound as you exit the room. Every last impact driven home, and finally silence descends over the room once and for all. The door shut for a final time. You go back into the room that you encountered the boar in. And light's still pouring in through the windows, but there's sort of a subtle shake to the castle now. You can feel the vibrations. It isn't like that climactic collapse you quite expected. Harlock, you can intuit almost immediately that this castle, now deprived of its power source, the chaos that kept it in this world, is starting to return into the core components that energy was converted into. Now, unfortunately, those standing steeples and spires, which were designed with improbable geometry, are starting to obey rules that normal geometric structures have to obey. And one by one, they're starting to crack and crumble. The process will be slow, but this castle's going down. And as you walk into this room, you hear another clink clank with another tip tap across the iron floor as someone you left in the last room, or I guess it's the room before the last room, once again catches up with your party. Oh, hey guys, looks like you won the fight already. Nice, good job. I thought I sent something in here.
All that talk about dying, you didn't die.
Yeah, I got saved. I'd normally, in any other circumstances, I'd be super dead, but, somebody actually pretty strong showed up, so that was nice.
Is he okay?
Mostly. Which one?
Salvetta, the small one.
Oh, the small one? Yeah, he's fine, no.
Okay. Did someone else come back too?
She nods along. Yeah, there was somebody else. He actually vanished around the time that the fighting stopped. No idea what's up with him.
Okay. Vanished on purpose? Teleported out? That type of thing?
Seemed like it, yeah.
Okay.
She shrugs. What's going on with you guys? Oh boy, where to start? Kier scratches the back of his head.
Gregor slaps his hands on either side of his face. Okay. Who's still in the castle? Who do we need to get out? This thing is coming down.
I'm...
Oh, he buried it down. That was fast.
We saw Emil was in here. There was you.
Yeah, Emil was closer to the entrance. We could literally just follow the route we took in and pick up anybody who's straggling on the way out.
There was Zeron. There was Reginald. Gregor begins counting on his fingers. What about the people who are in the lobby? Inian and Colvin and Rant and...
That was right by the entrance. They should be extremely fine. Honestly, I'm more concerned about us.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye out for everyone as we go.
Yeah.
Kier actually walks ahead and goes, well, okay. You might have noticed that the tone in the room has changed. I did notice. Well, about that. And Kier starts to explain to Nahal exactly what happened. You guys start to walk through the dungeon on the way out, and there's a sort of melancholy actually as you exit, because you remember this place. You feel like you've been through a lot in these rooms. But yeah, now they're completely abandoned and empty. The castle has lost its spirit.